Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. It's officially Mike. Hit that subscribe button, lock in, drop a like. We are talking about nostalgia today, guys. Something that I think that we all experience, something that I think that we've all have been through because we want our childhood back. All right? We want to go back to our childhood because we are tired of being adults. We are tired of not being able to afford things. We are tired of being worked to death, not getting enough sleep, not eating enough, not feeling good, having anxiety. I could keep this list just going on and on. You know what I mean? But let's take a trip back, and hopefully some of you guys can relate to me, because I know that there's all different age groups here. Your childhood nostalgia might be in the '80s, or your childhood nostalgia might be in the '90s or the early 2000s, whatever it would be. But mine dates back, I guess you could say, to the early 2000s, because I was born in 1995, 30 years of age currently, and just lately I've been thinking a lot about my past, my history, trying to hold on to a life that no longer exists. So, I don't know if you guys ever been to like a grocery store. Go to the grocery store and you see kids in there. They're playing around, they're having fun. They're picking up their favorite magazines. Wait, why would a kid read a magazine? What am I saying here? They're picking out their favorite candies, and it just reminds me when I was young, man. The feeling of being able to get your favorite candy, which mine was a Butterfingers. I always loved Butterfingers as a kid, and I remember just getting that candy. That probably cost maybe about $1 at least, $1 if not less. Back then, now they're like probably $3 or $4. Who knows? Inflation's crazy. Anyway, remember picking that out and just thinking like my day is gonna be good. But my day gets even better. My day gets better because not only do I get to go to the grocery store and pick out a candy as a kid, but we go to this thing called Blockbuster. And some of you guys might not even know what Blockbuster is, but I hope most of you guys do. Blockbuster was a video rental store in the early 2000s and the 90s that you can go and rent videos, you can rent movies, and not just that, but video games as well. That was awesome. You rent these games, you rent your movies for the weekend, and you watch them, and you play your games, and you watch your movies with your family on the weekends. And then before the weekend is over, you return them to Blockbuster. It was such an awesome feeling. It was a great feeling. Now we have Netflix, and I remember actually with Netflix, you can actually rent movies through Netflix. I remember that. It wasn't just digitally. It wasn't just like you're streaming a movie to your TV. You're physically renting a copy of a movie and having it sent to your house. And then I think what you would do is somehow send it back. I don't know. Anyway, Blockbuster was something truly special. It was truly one of a kind. We only have one left. I think it's in like Oregon. And I really do wish with all my heart that Blockbuster could make a comeback. It would be up to us, though. We'd have to stop using freaking Netflix and Hulu and all these streaming platforms and stop being lazy and actually go out and rent a freaking film, rent a movie, and spend time with our families. There was something so special about that. There really was. And that we're never going to get back. We're never going to get back. I really wish that we can just go back in time and relive our childhood. Just one more day at least. Just give me a day. I don't want to sit here and have to worry about my bills. Why am I worrying about my bills? When I was a kid, I remember Saturday mornings, my biggest worry was like picking out my favorite cereal for breakfast. Like, am I going to have like eggs and toast, or am I going to have like some cereal and watch Saturday morning cartoons? The good old days, right? Back when you didn't have to worry about money. My only financial concern back then was if I had enough for a pack of gum, which would probably be like 10 cents back then. Who knows? I don't miss now having to budget everything, having to pay bills, pay rent. Rent is scary nowadays. I talked about that in the last video. We're not making enough these days to be able to survive. But we're not talking about these days now. We're talking about the past where we did make enough. Our parents made enough. I remember us having a one income household and being able to afford everything. I miss being able to have just one income in our house and all the bills are paid, all the food is bought, and the necessities are taken care of. And then we have fun. We would go out and we would do things. We'd be able to do things. Life was normal. Life even had a different color to it back then. Everything is so gray and bland now. Like, what the fuck? What's going on with this planet, man? What's going on right now? Back then, I remember Just everything was so bright. And I don't know if it's just maybe I saw the world differently as a child. But the sky was so blue and the sun was so yellow and bright. I can almost feel it right now. I can almost feel it. I can almost feel going to the beach and the sand being so soft and the water was so blue and just crisp and oh man, I miss it. I wish I can go back one more day. People were so much happier. Everybody was so much happier. You can go outside and greet your neighbors. Now you go outside and greet your neighbors and they pull a gun out on you. They think you're going to rob them. maybe that's because I'm like 20 years older, but that's besides the point. It's just, I miss it. Do you miss it? I do. I miss being able to enjoy life. Even something so simple as, the smell of something like perfume or a cologne, it sends me back to the past. Like if I smell Axe, not ass, Axe body spray. When every time I smell that smell reminds me of being in like a high school locker room, like being in middle school even, because all the guys had Axe. That's what we wore, and that room would stink like Axe, Or even hearing a song that you enjoyed in your childhood, and I still listen to a lot of music that I did as a kid, like that band Green Day. I listen to a lot of their stuff still. I love it. Still one of my favorite things to listen to. And the music just sends me back, but now I have a different output, a different thought on the music now. It's not the same. Back then I enjoyed the tune. Now I'm understanding the songs, the feelings, the emotions, all of that stuff. Even going back and watching old cartoons like SpongeBob or Hey Arnold, Scooby-Doo, stuff like that. I still love that. And specifically with Hey Arnold, I watch that TV show, it sends me right back. It'll send me right back in the past of being a kid sitting on my floor, eating a bowl of cereal or a bowl of ramen, and watching that cartoon. I miss that so much. I would do anything to have that back one more time. Which somebody at this point would invent a time machine. It's 2026. It's time for somebody to get off their butts and invent a time machine so we can go back and experience our childhoods. It's a very strange thing. Looking at old photos, even to this day, even looking at old photos for myself 8 to 10 years ago, and Facebook is famous for this. Facebook has been showing me photos that I took and posted on there 8 to 10 years ago, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me right now, Facebook? Why are you ruining my life? Why are you destroying me? I don't want to be reminded that 10 years flew by in the matter of what feels like 15 minutes. I don't want this reminder. I know that my life was better. I know that things were smoother. But you know what? With age, we get smarter. We get more educated with things. We understand life a little bit more, how to handle things a little bit more. Like, I would not have been able to make these videos 10 years ago. You need to have experience to talk about stuff like this. You need to have actual challenges and things that you go through in life to have these kinds of discussions and these talks, because when you're so young, you just can't do it. And I tried doing this style of content literally 10 years ago, and I couldn't make it. I made like 2-3 videos, and it didn't last long at all because I didn't know what to talk about. Time has gone by just way too freaking fast. Let me ask you something. When you were a kid, what kind of television sets did you guys have? Did y'all have flat screens yet? Or did you use the old static TVs? When you turned them on, they were all staticky and fuzzy and buzzing. Man, I miss that feeling. I miss that feeling so much. Back then, we didn't have the high definition. We had standard definition televisions. And I remember going in the settings of the TV and trying to up the bass on the TV to make it sound like the quality was actually good. You could never get the quality perfect. You could never get the quality right. I miss that. I remember doing that as a child. And playing PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was my thing. Absolutely loved playing Guitar Hero. Y'all remember Guitar Hero? Childhood nostalgia right there, man. A lot of memories were made on Guitar Hero. The Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. Whoa, man. I thought I was just the coolest kid playing Tony Hawk, eating my freaking Doritos and drinking my Mountain Dew. Then I got into Xbox and Xbox 360, which pushed me more into games like Far Cry, Counter-Strike, and Halo. And let's not forget one of my all-time favorite games that I've been playing for the past 20 years, Call of Duty. That's right. I bet you guys don't realize this, but I experience a lot of nostalgia when I play Call of Duty. When this game is in front of me, when I am playing this, especially when I'm playing an older map, I experience so much nostalgia with Call of Duty, and I think that subconsciously, I think that's one of the things that keep me playing this game. I think that's one of the reasons why I'm still playing this game so much. It's not because I enjoy the game, but my brain is trying to hunt that nostalgia. It's looking for that nostalgia. Man, we're never going to experience that again. You're never going to experience, playing something like that for the first time again. Games aren't even the same. You're not going to experience Saturday morning cartoons, scholastic book fairs, riding your bike outside until the sun sets and the streetlights come on, and then your mom wants you to come in the house. Clicker remotes, old computer sounds. Yeah, that's right. PCs used to make a lot of weird sounds. Floppy disks, and again, fuzzy TV static. You're not going to experience that anymore, guys. It's gone. It's in the past. You're not going to experience being maybe 12 or 13 and falling in love for the first time, having a crush on a girl or a boy, and just being head over heels. You know what I mean? You're not going to experience it the same way that you did anymore. Graduating high school, you're not going to experience it anymore. Family vacations, I didn't experience that too much as a kid anyway, so I don't care about that one. I often find myself just sitting there thinking about the past, thinking about history, thinking about my life that I've lived up until this date. Sad, maybe depressed, maybe a little happy because things did happen. I'm trying to stay positive. I really am. I try to stay positive when it comes to nostalgia. I have good memories. I have a lot of great memories. I remember driving around with my parents, and if we were out and about around dinner time, we would go to a fast food restaurant. We would go and get like McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. At that point in time, a family of 5 was able to eat McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's, like fast food, for $25. Everybody would eat. Now it costs $25 for one person to eat. Insane. I miss it. I miss it. The air was different. The world was different. Music was different. People were different. Everything was just so different. We were living our best lives and we didn't even know it. We let it go. We let it slip out of our hands. That 2000s core, I want that back. The 90s, give it back. Even though I didn't experience so much of the 90s, but I know they were great. I know they were well. We deserve better. And now we're stuck with whatever the fuck this is, whatever world we're living in now. I don't even know. It's some kind of hell. I mean, if you told me as a kid that the world would be the way that it is today, I would be scared to grow up. I would be afraid to grow up. When I was a kid, I was excited to become an adult. I was excited to grow up and get older. I was like, oh my God, I can go get older. I can have a job. I can make money. I can get a house. But I also was afraid of those things. Those things I feared as a child because I always worried. I always had anxiety growing up. I was worried about if I'd be able to get a job and keep a job down and hold it down. If I was able to make enough money to get a house and pay bills and rent and all this other stuff. I feared these things. I worried about these things as a kid. But then I got older and I got through it. You don't realize it, that when you get older, you actually can get through it. You're a lot stronger than what you think you are. And all we do now is just sit here and with our childhood nostalgia and wish for that life back. Wish for our childhood back, knowing that it'll never be the same. And I think what I'm going to do this summer, because I grew up in Rhode Island. I live in Pennsylvania, but I grew up in Rhode Island. And that's where a lot of my childhood memories are. That's where they stem from. I think what I'm going to do this summer is go to Rhode Island, visit some family, and visit some areas where I grew up at. Maybe I could take a trip down memory lane, if you will, and get in front of my old childhood house. Now, somebody lived there. People have lived there now, but just stand out front of it and just kind of hold back the memories. And if I'm able to do this, maybe I can capture it on video and just share it with you guys. It is what it is. I don't know. I'm getting through each day. It hurts, man. It bothers me living life now, knowing that things will never be the same. But maybe in 20 years, the way that we live life right now, maybe this will be our nostalgia. Maybe right now, right here, where we can talk about the food that we eat now, the technology that we experience now, the lives that we live now. Maybe that will be our nostalgia. What a crazy thought. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate every last one of you guys. And y'all are wonderful. You're wonderful people. And I'm so sorry to make you feel sad tonight. I'm so sorry to make you feel like you're back in the past, in a past that you're never going to get. But I wanted to reminisce a little bit about nostalgia. And I couldn't be more grateful that I lived in a time where I am able to look back and be happy and smile. And hopefully the future is good too. Drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. My social media links are going to be listed down below if you want to follow me elsewhere. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the post notification bell. I totally forgot that thing exists. If you're still here, hit that post notification bell to be notified whenever I upload. And I shall see you guys in the next video. I wish you well. Peace.